It's 9:21. Here's something that you would think, but actually cannot be blamed on the pandemic. A survey conducted by the consulting service Deloitte shows employee burnout has been a common problem for years. Found 77% of workers have experienced burnout at their current job. We are joined this morning by an author and career coach who suggests creating a step-by-step blueprint for a career change. Mustafa Ammar, good morning to you.
Thank you so much.
Glad to have your time. You've come up with 10 top mistakes to avoid when making a career transition. We want to highlight a few of them. The first is not putting money as your top priority. What should be instead then?
Exactly. I mean, the first one, a lot of people who have seen this, and in my experience, I've done a lot of career change from a pharmacist to an international diplomat to investment banker. So I have seen that all the time. People focus only on money, and that blurred their vision, from looking at other important factors. For example, researching, the future teams or the corporate culture of the new organization that we are targeting, or the future bosses or so. And they ended up regretting actually, taking that decision and actually leaving that job. So that's a major mistake. I don't think people should focus on money as the sole focus.
Well, it's that old saying, it can't buy happiness, right? And you say many people make the mistake of not moving toward their next passion.
Exactly. I mean, I've seen some career experts are advising to focus solely on strength. While my question, if your strength doesn't lie in your passion, I think simply you're going to burn out very quickly, as you rightly mentioned. And, another study on burnout, it showed that burnout professionals, they are 2.6 times more likely to leave their jobs for actively seeking, a career change. So let's imagine this analog that you are driving your car, for example, from Indiana to California. And, it's a long journey. It's not easy. You really have to have enough fuel. And fuel here is your passion. So unless you have enough fuel or enough passion, you wouldn't go that, all the way until the end, right?
Yeah, you don't want to empty out, that's for sure. That equals burnout. And like any good student, we need to research.
Exactly. And doing research, I've seen a lot of career changers doing that mistake. They just jump in the ocean without consideration, without looking at the options that they have. So before they do that, I advise everybody to, go and consider those organizations or those careers. Ask people there, link to them on LinkedIn or wherever, and ask them, for example, what are the top 3 skills that they need in order to master that skill, how it sounds, how it feels to be in that career, what are the pros and cons, and build always your decision on information. Once you have those informed decisions, you're easy to go.
There's so much great information here that we're not even able, we're just touching on a little bit of it. So where can we find out more about your tips and get information about you? How can we follow you online?
So online, I have my website. It's thepassionmba.com, and downloadable. We can always find, the 10 top mistakes for free. We always can find actually quiz for free. You can do the quiz and know their ways. And how to know their passions as well, they can find the passion meter. It's downloadable too. On Instagram, the Passion MBA as well.
Okay, great stuff. Mustafa Ammar, thank you so much for your time once again. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Bye. Thank you.
It is 9:25 right now. Problems at the physician's office. Ahead on Daybreak, how many children, a new report says, missed their routine vaccinations because of the pandemic.
You're watching Wish TV. Watch on demand, online, and on the go. Indiana's only statewide TV news network.